Hello, viewers. Welcome to the next episode of Beyond Vision. This is Dr. Baby Sharma, Research and Strategy Manager at viAct, and today we have with us Mr. Moosa Khadiry, Innovation Specialist at ALEC. Today's episode will cover topics across digital innovation for safer construction job sites and especially emphasizing on smart site safety systems. So before we start with the formal round of questions, I would like to ask you, sir, to introduce yourself to the viewers, like your educational background, your experience at ADC.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma. First of all, I would like to extend my thanks for inviting me to this session. Thank you. Yes.
It's our pleasure, rather.
Thank you. Yeah. So basically, I did my education all my life in Hong Kong as well. So I was brought up there.
Okay.
Yeah. And I did my college degree from Manipal University in my civil engineering, doing my civil engineering. After that, I went back to Hong Kong and started my job as a site engineer. So that's when I got the hands-on ground level experience of a construction site. Then this was like 8, 9 years back. Uh, so that's when things were actually still traditional, still conventional, and people were still in the backward mindset. And I was young at that time, so I was learning slowly from the small, minute things all the way to the managerial level. So step by step, I went changed few project sites. Then I went into QA/QC quality assurance. That's when I kind of got a holistic management, how to say, holistic approach to construction as a whole, dealing with different departments within the contractor and client side. And from then on, I started to become more exposed to the digitization world of construction. This back in 2017, around 18 almost. Yeah. So from then on, a lot of changes were happening. A lot of BIM, the buzzword of BIM, 3D models, and everything.
Yes,
And
yes.
from then on, I got into the proper actual work of digital construction, more into the project strategy, digital project strategy, and how to make project sites stick to new norms rather than backward norms. Then I moved to UAE recently, and with ALEC at the moment, and I just joined as an innovation specialist. A similar job routine, but this is more like innovation management, dealing with different departments on different initiatives, supporting them all along from point A to point B, from offer throughout the journey. So that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the introduction. So with this, let me start with the first question. So you being like an innovation specialist and working in this industry since so long, so I would like to first know your remark about the effectiveness of the smart site safety systems in the construction ecosystem.
Yeah, as I mentioned, if you compare the timelines compared to the previous years and the current last, let's say pre-COVID, post-COVID, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Those times have actually evolved a lot in these last 2 to 3 years. Has been a
Mhm.
very The things have skyrocketed a lot. So during those days, you have your safety department doing their own individual inspection and carrying out paper routine methods and asking the laborers or the supervisors to fill out forms, on a daily basis. Safety
Yes.
briefings every whenever they join as a newcomer, they have a safety
Mhm.
briefing. So those were very how to say, concentrated on just a very few section of people. So as a
Yes.
whole, it was more like people walking around, the safety supervisors walking around and checking and marking down and warning them that, okay, this is not supposed to be done. They keep warnings. So those days was different. So the laborers or the workers used to get afraid when, okay, I can see a supervisor now. I have to work properly. So
Yes.
now, and also the most important was, how do the supervisors explain to the management if there's any accident happen, if there is any near miss happens? Why was the reason? What was the reason? He has no idea, because he or she has not been at that spot at that time. He could
Yes.
give out some kind of conclusion, predefined
Mhm.
conclusion, is what might have happened. He might go to that that event, that play, that location, and to
Location, yeah.
focus on the event. Yeah. So that was how it happened before. So nowadays it's all technology based, and people are more they want high level information from across all departments, not only the safety departments, because the operation team was also responsible for the safety aspects, and also especially the project managers and the construction managers as
Mhm.
well. So now it's more about people are installing, CCTV cameras, and keeping these IoT devices which are connected to the cloud. So all these give insights to the management level,
Managers,
and
yeah.
also for the site, the engineering level, the mid level people. They can
Mhm.
see, because the reason is also the client are asking for such information. If there is any near miss cases or there's accident, how do I now report all these cases to the government if there if it's large scale issue, right? So these are very it has evolved very maturely, especially the last 2 to 3 years, in terms of video analytics,
Video
and
analytics, yeah.
as I said, IoT sensors and devices which are
Mhm.
actually tagging and concentrating on any nearby objects for workers,
Mhm.
and machine to machine, what to say, the separation, or people to machine separation, and all the demarcation, geolocation, all those things. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like the smart site safety systems like that involves AI ML technologies, they have upgraded the construction sites, right? So can you give me some example, like good example to our viewers of usage of such AI ML technology in some construction project, which have actually upgraded the construction project if you compare it to the traditional monitoring?
Yeah. So now you have the video analytics. So what these features does is, the highest risk in any construction site is falling from height, or
Yes.
working at height, or objects
Mhm.
or anything falling from height. These are very risky factors. So
True.
now you have all these artificial intelligence that people actually want to set it up. You have to feed those
Mhm.
information that before installing anything, you have to do a test with these devices. Otherwise, the device doesn't know what to expect, or what to
Yes.
acknowledge. So people are also very important in the process, not only the technology. So they are giving the input to the device or the advanced technology, that okay, if this input happens, you process it, and the output is supposed to be this. So if any falling devices, any falling objects, or falling from
Mhm.
height, these are embarked on a maybe like a red screen, or a green or a yellow screen, highlighted,
Yeah.
and given to the managerial level people, and they might have a dashboard giving them that notification in a reporting format. So these are
Understood.
very visual based, and it's easy for during
Mhm.
reporting, during meetings, and to tell the safety managers, or the safety managers informing the workers. These has been happening, and these are also good for from one project. Once it's done, it's all lesson learned for the next project. They can say that
Yes.
these risks are to be expected, and
Mhm.
these accidents has happened due to such reasons, and how can we correct it in the next project, or the for the coming new business, and
New
they can set up a
business.
model on that basis. So video analytics is
Mhm.
very important with AI and machine learning, as people are very important in that. As I said, they are the part of the process. They feed
Part
in
of the
information,
process. Yeah.
and the output is generated in a very informative manner for all the managers
Mhm.
to see, point of dashboard, visualization, reporting, etc. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what you would say is like decision making process has been improved because of these systems, right? The entire decision making process.
Exactly. The whole supply chain of the safety systems has been
Mhm.
much more drastically improved because of such process inbuilt
Process.
into the construction site.
Okay. So so what do you think? Which safety challenges are there in the construction sites which need to be urgently addressed? So one, as you have told, working from height is one. That is true. The like highest number of fatalities are because of accidents while working at height. Apart from that, if you can list some of the challenges, safety challenges.
Yeah, I mean, see, I have been on the ground level for many years, and
Yes.
the most important is, if you're working in a metropolitan city like
Mm-hmm.
Hong Kong or UAE, or let's say London or Singapore. No, they are workers from all across the countries, and they are not familiar with the English, and they're not very familiar with the other the language that they're supposed to speak
Language,
in
yeah.
that particular country, right? So whenever the safety managers or the site in charge gives any briefing or a toolbox talk, they're
Mm-hmm.
not able to comprehend. They're not able to comprehend what is what
Okay.
is which, unless and until they go to site, and then everything is new for them because maybe they've heard it, but they have not realized this is how the condition or the environment is.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
so in that case, a lot of lack of communication. The mindset is different because you have
Mm-hmm.
demography of people who are young and who are old and people from different backgrounds. So
True.
I think these has to be controlled. Other than only the process of technology, these are the mindset of people which has to be controlled because of this. And also, you have to train the workers or the laborers that such technology is available. Now everyone has a smartphone, so even
Yes,
each
yes.
of the laborers can actually inbuilt those apps, and they can also check what is happening around, and what is
True.
going around them. These has to be trained from ground level. People assume that okay, it's only the managers and the mid-level people can see and understand and inform them, but everyone is smart now, so people have
Yes.
access to information. So what I'm trying to convey is you have to
Mm-hmm.
break down the silo and try to have a better communication link to all systems, because in construction, there's a lot of silos, a lot of different departments, and you
Yes.
have to kind of connect the dots and find out the reason
Mm-hmm.
as to why this is happening. Before something is happening, you have to prepare it well. So I would say that the toolbox talk, the briefing, the safety assessment in
Mm-hmm.
the initial stages, and even during the construction phases, these has to be improved in via technology or with the people using the technology. Basically, the whole process flow has to be improved. Yeah.
Understood. So this was really very insightful. So my last question would be: you being working in so many construction companies and being associated with construction projects, I would really like to know about like what is the on ground adoption of these like smart site safety systems. Yes, like post COVID it has increased, but like what do you think across the globe, what is the adoption rate and how friendly like uh, the people are to adopt these technologies?
Yeah, I mean, in every construction site, they always post that poster that safety is number one. Safety is a priority, other than everything, because now it's all about innovation. It's all about quality. It's all about
Mm-hmm.
being the best in delivering the output. But apart from that, safety is the number one. Safety is the top priority. That's how it has been conveyed throughout the whole system. And generally, nowadays it has evolved maturely, because those days you only have people who were very focused on health and safety, and
Yes, yes.
just focusing on very simple manual tasks.
Mm-hmm.
If there is something happening on site, okay, they will go and check on it, or they'll just give out few documentation, and the works
Mm-hmm.
will happen as it is. But now you have departments like risk management, construction risk management, and you have such departments where now they can actually analyze what kind of systems to use, what kind of technology to use. And now in one of the sites in here locally, people are actually very fondly using PTZ cameras, and which is still not AI or machine learning, but still it
Mm-hmm.
can track what workers are doing and how the progress are. Okay, now, apart from the safety, they're also checking progress tracking
Yes,
and
yes, true.
program updates. But the good thing is now, if your client is in another part of the world, or your consultants are
Mm-hmm.
in another part of the world, or you are in another part of the world as a contractor, you can always see and you can communicate in that same platform, and you can tell inform that these are happening, these are not happening,
Yes,
what is
yes.
such worker is doing. And so it has become integrated in a way, but different companies policies are different. So the only issue is people are working differently. They have their own system, they have their own technology, but nothing is being communicated to each other. Few companies are successful in doing that integration, but some are still working on it. So the only
Yeah.
thing I would say, just to have that integrated system, So, every managers, every engineers, or every, even the ground level staff, they're actually
Mhm.
acknowledged. They know these are happening. They're getting notifications. They're getting updates as in a holistic manner.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I would convey.
Okay. So, so that was it. I had like these questions for you. So with this, we come to the end of this episode, and I would really thank you for giving your time to us, and really thank for being with us.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma, for hosting me and giving your time and effort. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So now, viewers, so if you like this video, please share it to your network so that we can revolutionize the construction industry together beyond the vision. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.